Welcome back to East Leaf Sixers. This is Sixers fan for life. We got Jenny from the block, and we got 215 the sports guy. Tough loss. Boring game to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It was really nothing exciting except for the two regular people that's always doing what they do. And the one guy that just gives us enough. I mean, what else are we going to talk about?
I know one thing. I'm sounding like a broken record, keep talking about the same thing. But Porzingis murdered us tonight. It was obvious their game plan was to go deep in the paint because you got a 6'6" guy guarding a 7'4" guy all night long. And it didn't seem like Doc had no interest in putting size down there for some reason. They're killing you in the paint, specifically killing you in the paint. And, I don't think Montrez or Paul Reed got enough tick, to put a body, some type of body on him bigger than PJ Tucker. I was not feeling that from a defensive standpoint. It don't seem like we had no answer for that, and they knew it, so they kept going to it, time after time
Well,
after
they
time.
stunk defensively. They stunk. Terrible stunk. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the stats, they killed us in every category. It's amazing they didn't win by 30.
Oh, they didn't kill us in
Into
every
the paint,
category. They shot horrible from
72 to 34.
They shot horrible from three. They did.
Meh. Well, they shot great from two. They had more.
and
They had more blocks than us. They had way more rebounds, like 32 rebounds. Guys, this isn't going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. We're going
They
to
had
be
way
led.
more blocks. Jesus Christ! I thought there was what you call that when the first group comes out for the main show, the
That's a
headliner,
performing act. It's like
the headliner, right? I thought there was headliner for the Phillies.
Jesus Christ, that's what look like. Let's warm it up. Let's warm them up for the Phillies game. You know what I mean? Warm the crowd up.
What?
I mean, you normally when you play a team back to back, there's an opportunity. The second game is much harder because they're fresh off having that homework on you. They know what to do, but in this instant, I just feel like we dropped the ball defensively tonight, like you guys spoke about.
Yeah, we had the
Def-
same, we had the same experience. We also had the intel on them. Didn't do
right.
anything with it. You know what I'm saying? It was garbage. And
Right.
Bradley Beal just could do whatever he wanted. Didn't
Mhm.
matter. Whatever he wanted, he did it. No one stopped him.
Yeah.
But, hey, Maxey had a good game. Still not sure why he's not playing more guys, defensive-minded guys. Matisse, even though he started, only played for 16 minutes. And Paul Reed, who
Played a whopping 6 minutes.
was to get a board and then, led the offense. I mean, you know what I mean. And he got out 6 minutes later. Yeah. And then Trez only had 12 minutes. It's just like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing to me? So it's another loss. What are you going to do? All right. What's up to everybody in the chat? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, trade Embiid still. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Embiid. Anybody know what's actually wrong with Embiid? Save the flu or something?
Sorry about that.
It's hard to tell because the only thing that was confirmed was the foot thing, and then they want to call it a non-COVID illness.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is he Ben
yeah.
Simmons? He's played about as many games as Ben Simmons. I'm sorry, $1 in the jar. We could talk about that. That would be much more fun to talk about than this game. The whole Nets implosion.
Hmm?
I
Oh, my
mean,
goodness.
come on. They're like 2-6, and Kyrie's about to set the world on fire. He's going to start World War III.
Yeah, all right.
Fire their coach.
Don't do
Ben's
that, young fella.
garbage.
There's a World Series going on. Wait till after. You're going to set the world on fire. Don't do it yet. Oh, man. I got to make a funny out of the frustration because flat feet. That's all I seen today.
It was no energy in that game. This is true. I mean, he hit some tonight, but he missed a whole hell of a lot too. And I still think he stinks.
Yeah, my man went 3 for 10.
Mm-hmm. And Shake, his handle's terrible, man. His handle is god awful. How many times he turned that ball over tonight? I swear it felt like 50. I mean, I know it was nowhere near 50, but it felt like every time I looked at him.
That guy had 4 turnovers. He had 4. He had 4. He had 4.
I don't know if they're straight trash, Tony, but I definitely feel your exasperation with the team right now. And
I wouldn't go that far there, Tony. Come on, man. I won't go that far. You know?
Mm-hmm. I guess we lost our man. He's having connectivity issues.
Yeah.
You know, I don't blame JoJo. I'd go to the Phillies game too. It's kind of hard to get up for a game when your when one of your other major league teams is in the show. You know what I'm saying? This is Glenn we're talking about, Jen. Who knows what he thinks or does? This is true. I mean, I guess we know that he really hates Paul Reed for some reason. Hey, having some troubles there, buddy? Can you hear me? Carl, wave if you can hear me. Okay. No. It's sort of like the way this day's going, you know what I'm saying?
See? Yeah, that's just a testament. we got one of our hosts that keeps jumping in and out. You know, I don't know what's going on with his technical difficulties on his side. You know, hope he figures it out, but yeah, man.
Well,
I don't know, man. I mean, these guys come out and they're gonna do what they do, man. But
it is.
I mean, eventually, like, you got nobody on the team that could back up Joel Embiid because you focus so much on the power forward position.
How many games can you go small ball with freaking Tucker in center? You have another backup center.
You seen what happened to the elite teams that we played? We got destroyed. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking bad. So Ant says this team needs Phillies fighting them, and let's talk about that for a second. This is a long season, and the Phillies sure as hell did not have this fight in them at the beginning of the season.
No, you know, it's like a deja vu, like a mug. I ain't even gonna lie. But we don't know yet. It's too early to tell. We don't know what's going to happen with the 76ers. Too early to tell. We can't say.
Go
You
ahead.
can't say it's the same thing, different sport, because we don't know what's gonna happen. They might could turn it around. They might not. Right now, it's not looking pretty. I'll tell you that. What's up?
Well, they're not the only ones. I mean, the Warriors are having a really rough start too. So are, of
The
course,
Lakers.
the Nets and the Lakers. So at the end of the day, either they're going to figure it out and go back to the Sixers we know, or they are going to implode. I'm hoping for the former. Jose Taylor has a question.
I'm listening, man.
I don't know if that's the question.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's gonna be this question here is gonna lead to a finger pointing game, and you already know what my answer gonna be. You know, they gotta do something. Coach gotta do something, man. The organization has to pull this guy into the office and tell him something to wake him up, because I don't know. I got the impression that he thinks he's coaching immaculate basketball.
Mm-hmm. He does. And let me tell you also, we've just seen what an underperforming coach, where they can end up, right? I mean, doesn't matter what time of the season it is. You get an underperforming coach for a team that has a lot of expectations, that coach is going to get the chop.
I could have swore last week I saw breaking news. John Doe got fired from the Brooklyn Nets. So I don't want to make a comparison, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, when I read that, I thought, see, they don't start winning some games, that man's job is up for grabs. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But as far as Morey making some big moves to get the pieces right, he hasn't done that yet. Well, I can only base it off of what I have seen in the past, and what I have seen in the past is not making those big moves. How you doing? You in with us now? You good?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Sorry about the technical
Awesome.
difficulties.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Took myself out.
So go ahead, John. You were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that Morey, I don't know if Morey's going to find pieces to kind of fill out the roster, because he hasn't done so yet. So the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. From what I can see, he hasn't done anything. We have a wide open roster spot. We have Isaiah Joe over in Oklahoma, like, lighting it up. So I don't understand. You'll have to explain it to me. Solid coach.
I think it's kind of hard on Morey's front because you haven't really seen the team play yet. Embiid's out one game, he's out another game. It's a big part of the team. So I think this thing of ours is still growing. Uh, has some bad nights, some good nights. Tonight was a bad night. You lost against. I'm not going to say a bad team because you look at the members on the floor. Bill Porzingis, Hachimura, whatever his name is. Uh, we just beat the brakes off these guys the other night. They are NBA players. They have pride, but on the same note, I know what Jose's looking at. On the same note, we're a better team. We should have came out like that tonight. We should have showed it, and we did. Point blank, no excuse.
Didn't we just beat this team?
Just beat the brakes off this team.
We just beat this team, yes. We just beat this team. Wasn't it like the second night of a back-to-back? Or was that the Bulls? I don't know. It's all blending together right now.
No, the Bulls was the second of the back-to-back.
Okay. We are undermanned. There was no Melton. There was no Embiid. Those are two key, cogs in our machine. But we also have Tyrese Maxey and James Harden. What we don't have is defensive presence.
Right.
And if we can't get that going, we're going absolutely nowhere.
I forget which one of y'all said that, but y'all said we were a very small team. We lack size. And
Well, look at it.
yeah, I
Small
think
ball five every time Embiid's out. It's not right.
I don't think we're at the place as a team where we can play PJ that many minutes at the 5 spot. I don't know what Doc was thinking, especially against a team like this. You know, they say it's positionless basketball and it's not really old school center type of ball now. But when you have a 6'6" guy and you have a 7'4" guy, where do you think the ball is going to go to? Who do you think is going to get fed the rock? So
If somebody could just tell me what the hell Paul Reed did to piss Doc off so much that he took him out of that backup 5 position, I would be very eternally grateful to you because I don't get it.
we had a sighting tonight for a little bit of time, and then it was.
But we know how it is. We know if he gets in there for a few seconds here or there, it's not enough to get him in rhythm. The man needs to be able to play regular minutes. That's just he can't just throw him in 5 minutes at a time.
Taylor, I disagree,
What
man.
What are you talking about?
He ain't getting the time. Go back, look at the tapes in the playoffs where he came and gave 150%. He wasn't bad at all.
Nah, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And we're not talking about somebody to come in, light it up, score 25 points. You know, a role player who's playing a role, who's grabbing boards, who's showing energy, and we lack that. We lack that. We do not have a backup 5 that's getting minutes. We don't. And that's a problem. That's a problem. I think that reared its ugly head tonight. So,
and I don't know if it's me. Tell me if it is. But I thought the reason that they didn't really shore up that backup 5 position in the offseason is because they were planning on playing Paul Reed. Am I wrong?
I thought
I could have swore that was the plan.
I thought so.
I'm just as flabbergasted as the rest of you guys.
As you try to creep in the mind of Doc Rivers, you might get lost and creeped out a little bit. I don't know. So try to figure out what he's thinking. You probably end up in a weird place. So welcome to Doc and his weird place tonight. So you know what? But at the end of the day, it's the NBA.
And Sims just made a great point.
What are you talking about?
And I saw it in tonight's game. A lot.
First of all, on defense, please stick to your man. If you're not playing zone coverage, stick to your man. How many guys are going to leak into the basket and get easy buckets because they're not paying attention? They're watching the ball, not the player.
I've seen that quite a few times tonight. I've seen it from damn near every player. It was a play where Bill was getting fronted. He was getting chased around. They made a switch, or it was supposed to be a switch, but the person that switched didn't follow him. Bill just ran a whole loop and got an easy, wide open basket in the lane because nobody was on him.
Exactly.
You got to communicate. Bradley Beal was a prolific scorer. He was a leading scorer in the league for a few years. How is nobody on him in a clutch situation like that? It's just beyond me. Thibault didn't get a lot of run tonight.
No, 16 minutes. He started. I don't know.
It just wasn't good basketball tonight. This wasn't the team we seen last game against these same guys at all. Defensively,
even on offense, I saw a lot of standing around the perimeter. I mean, a lot of standing around. Can't stand that movement. You need to move.
No.
Got to cut.
I don't know where I put my glasses at. Give me 1 second, everybody.
You good, bro. You good, bro. I guess he needs glasses to see Doc's bullshit. But I
don't need any glasses to see it. It's
I
wide
see it
in my face.
loud and clear with Doc, man. So, and some says Jabari Parker, you know, I think we could definitely use some more bang off the bench. But understand also, people, and I know we're supposed to be a deep team, but Melton is an important piece on this team. He's an important cog on this team, defensively and offensively off the bench. You saw that tonight. Couple things positives I like to point out for us tonight. I think House played okay.
That's better than sucking.
Yeah, I think House played okay. It wasn't sucking, which is great. Uh, that was pretty good. I think Tyrese Maxey shows you that he can give you 30 points a night. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy if you feed him the ball. So, I think Doc has some real thinking to do. I actually think even when Joel's on the court, I think the offense needs to flow through Maxey. It has to go through Maxey, and he'll open everything else up for other people. I think the problem is they're making it go through Joel. And, Joel does not know. Maxey does not know how to play off of Joel that well. So what you do is make it go through Maxey and have the offense go through him. And Embiid and Harden will get theirs. It's Maxey that has to be get that nudge in the back, that battery in the back to score. So I think once he comes back, we'll see that. Good throw. We'll see that. Double dutying right now. But we'll see what's what. We'll see what's what. You good now, Jose?
Yeah, man, I couldn't see nothing.
Okay. All
right.
Good to have you back.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a hard time reading the comments without my glasses.
Yeah, if I don't got glasses, I can't see nothing.
So
go ahead, Jen.
I was just going to say, Taylor says that we blaming Doc for a player's problem, and you know what? I just have to call BS on that, because if Doc's not playing the right guys and doing the right rotations, how is that not his fault? Am I saying that it's not, that it's not a player issue as well? Yeah, there is, but he's got to take his share of the blame.
You want to know?
It's being said all over every sports, ESPN, everywhere that talk about the Sixers and their flaws right now are pointing to the man.
Yeah.
I think you have to be blind not to see it, to be honest.
The dribble handoff at the 3-point line as an offensive system is beyond me.
Why does it keep happening? Why does the ball keep getting stuck at the 3-point line?
Because that's Doc's offense. It's dribble handoff, screen your man, dribble handoff, screen your man, dribble. The problem is, you have nobody going to the rack. You have nobody slashing.
Cutting, right?
You have nobody slashing because your offense is predicated on the perimeter, even when Embiid is in. This is why Embiid's on the perimeter. That's part of Doc's offense. It's dribble handoff, get out the way. Isolation ball. And,
and what happens is it just ends up running the clock time and time again.
Right.
Which is why we're so damn slow.
Right. Couple possessions at the end of the game, you got bad shots because you got guys dribbling between the legs for 18 seconds and then getting a bad shot, or passing to somebody and they don't got enough time to make a move and they got a bad shot. Does it hurt anyone else that when Embiid is back, we play Harris and PJ together? PJ was supposed to be Harris sub. How do y'all feel about that?
It's just I don't know, man. They're playing together. He was supposed to be his sub. So whose fault is that then?
Right.
PJ doesn't say, "Get out the way, I'm starting."
Right.
Who fault is that? Taylor, I'm listening.
No, wrong, Carl. That's not Doc's offense. We have limited playmakers on our roster. The dribble handoff is the safest way to get the ball around. No, it's not the safest way. It's the dumbest way to get the ball around. The dumbest way to get the ball around. And it's very easy to defend Teller if you know that's coming all the time. It's very easy to hedge and things of that sort. You know, we're not limited anymore. This roster is not limited at all. It's all on what the coach does with him. And I understand he still needs time to figure out just what he's going to do with him. But the losses are piling. And these are very winnable games that we're losing. Tonight was a very winnable game. And it was a lot of bad plays. Some by the players, but could have been fixed by coaching. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't looked at a lot of people's schedules, but the Sixers got to play the same team back to back a lot this season.
Yeah.
Like, and I ain't talking about back to back nights. I'm just talking about the team back to back.
Yep.
Like, why?
Weird. I don't know.
Yeah. I looked at the schedule carefully and noticed that. I was like, I never really saw that happen like so often in any of the years of me being a Sixers fan. I can't explain it.
Most definitely. So, does anybody have a schedule in front of them? Who do we have?
I
next?
know that we play the Knicks on Friday night.
We played the Knicks,
At home. I think it's at home.
the New York Knickerbockers.
The New York Knickerbockers.
And, you know, the Knicks aren't a bad team, especially when they face us. So, you know, this is another team. If we come out there without a strong game plan, they'll hand our asses to us. It's an NBA team. It's another team in our conference where we should win the game. But
Listen, we got to play Phoenix right after that.
right.
So they better get it together.
And like you said, Jose, we played back to backs a lot early this schedule because then we got the Hawks back to back right after Phoenix. Back to back, we got the Hawks. So
And then the following week we got Orlando again back to back. Look at it. It's weird.
it's not a whole lot of time to figure stuff out. You know, it's supposed to be done in practice, and you know, and I'm hoping they figure stuff out a bit soon. We're
Yeah,
missing
we're
a bit-
already almost. Friday will be our 10th game of the season already.
Right. You know, so we'll see what's what. We got some time. I'll tell you that much. We got some time before next game. So you know, a nice full hard practice to work some kinks out. Hopefully, Melton will be back next game. He was sorely missed tonight in his defense. Lord knows,
Definitely.
Thibault only played 12 minutes. So, you know, looking to see a better performance. I'm looking to see
Somebody in this start lineup don't fit. They gotta figure it out.
I know
gotta
who it is
figure it
right
out.
now. I know
Who is it, Carl?
The damn PJ.
Mm-hmm.
Damn PJ. It's PJ.
He's not a starter. He
It's-
needs to get the hell out.
As much as Doc loves
Come
him,
on.
as much as Harden loves him, you got to go with what wins games, and you know what's good for the long run. What's good for the long run is to have him still play important minutes, but not starting and not as many minutes. You know, you have other players on the team that could give you more. You know, Paul Reed especially. So, you know. David, what does that have to do with anything?
He didn't even play tonight,
What
David.
are we talking
Yeah.
about, David?
We talking about Embiid on the night that Embiid didn't even
We,
play.
we're
Come
just
on.
gonna slander the man's name when he's not even here.
This is what I'm talking about with my Facebook post in 624/7 earlier.
I saw
man.
it.
Yeah,
saw
man.
it.
Yeah, man. Y'all need to stop speaking on this man name like he ain't been beasting last few years, man. Joel will be. Oh Lord, David. Joel will be back. He will be back. And David, screenshot. I want you on when he's back and he's performing at the level that we all love and know him to perform at. You know, it is what it is. You know, At the end of the day, I still think this team will be one of the East elite, but it's a rough road to get there. You know, seems like it's a rough road to get there.
You know, I like rough roads. I don't like losing. I hate losing. Everybody hates losing.
Yeah,
But I like the challenges that come with the rough roads.
this like a Germantown road with the cobblestones. You just the whole ride. Hopefully, we get to some
If
smooth.
you ain't from Philly, you don't know what you talking about.
Facts. Hopefully, we get to some smooth ground, and you know.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I got a World Series to watch.
Oh, me too. So we won't hold all of you up. Please look at the top of the screen. We are on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. We depend on word of mouth advertising. So, Jose, what we need people to do?
Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about East Leaf Sixers. You
James.
already know.
Not the Sixers.
East Leaf Sixers. We're on every social media platform you can think of. Just search it. You'll find it.
That's
Show some
right.
love. Let's go Sixers.
Let's go
Let's go.
Sixers. Thanks for joining us.